This is part two. Camera cut off. But yes, relax. It's going to come to you. I tell y'all, I advocate for this man all the time, Joel Osteen. I love me some Joel Osteen. Like, I just enjoy his message of just positive thinking, outlook, looking towards the future, not worrying. But I like when he says, he has a story about his daughter. Like, his daughter keeps like asking him for something, right? And she's asked him for the same thing several times. And he got to the point where he was like, well, don't you trust me? Don't you trust me to give it to you? Like, you keep asking me, I'm going to give it to you, right? And so, like, he said, that's probably how God feels when you keep asking him for the same thing. And it's like, you asked me one time. You got to trust me to do it. Don't keep asking. So relax. And sometimes the things that you really want, maybe you're not in a space to accept it. There's such a thing called growth, maturity, accepting responsibility, moving forward, understanding the lessons that you need to learn in life. Remember, we went through that a couple of videos ago. Sometimes you're not ready for that blessing. Sometimes it takes a little longer because it's going to be bigger than what you expected. But are you blocking your blessings? This is where the self-reflection comes in, right? I think Sunnies chapter 1 is really like, even though we're on a new chapter in life, right? We're starting on chapter 1. I think chapter 1 is kind of like the preview. Like, you know what I mean? Like not the flashback, but just sets the tone. Like the things that you realize that you need to change about yourself. The things that you realize you need to take accountability and responsibility for. That's your chapter 1. And then your chapter 2 is going to go into like, now this is the moves I'm making forward. So like your chapter 1 is like accountability, responsibility. And just trusting in God. So relax. God sees you. He heard what you asked him for. But see, this is when you start blocking your blessings, when you're trying to control it, when you're trying to block someone else's blessings, or when you try to take someone else's blessings from them. Like, no. Do y'all realize, like, I really don't think people understand that, like, when you scam or con people, that's the devil. That is the devil. That is the devil getting in your head, making you think that it is okay. No, it's not. It's not okay. You have made yourself believe that that's okay. You might even have people around you telling you that's okay, but it's not okay. That's why I keep telling you, I gotta check your crew. You are the company you keep. Your network is your net worth. Baby, I'm trying to be billionaire status. I'm like, what's up with the Rock Nation brunch? Like, y'all, forward thinking. Like, that's the type of stuff that I'm on. But I know that I can't force that, right? In due time. I'm relaxed. Relax, Sunnies. You don't have to have all the answers tomorrow, next month. What you do have to do is just accept that it is what it is. You have to understand that if you keep planting these bad seeds, you're going to reap bad seeds. If you plant good seeds or sow good seeds, you're going to reap good seeds. If you plant or sow great seeds, you're going to reap great seeds. I mean, it's just like whatever you decide to put out, the energy you put out into the world, that's what you're going to get back. Whatever you put out there is exactly what you're going to get back. I ain't gonna happen to me, son. Cause like, let me tell you something. Like, man, I got my workers on the corner. I got this going on over here. Like, they ain't gonna happen to me. They ain't gonna happen to me. I'm telling you, I know my stuff. I know the game. How many people said that before you? How many of them got caught up? No, but you see, like, I saw how my dad did it, and I saw how my brother did it. I'm gonna do it different. Like, it ain't gonna be that. And where your dad and your brother now? Are they still doing the same thing? So you telling me you're okay with continuing this generational curse? Because that's a generational curse. If you feel like you got to scam because you seen your parents scam, that's a generational curse. If you got to con somebody out of something, that's a generational curse. Relax. God is telling y'all, like, he just told me that. He said it in Jay's voice. He said, man, y'all remember that story? I guess it's like, I'm speaking to the millennials, like, no. Anyway, Jay-Z and R. Kelly were on tour together. And I think something happened where there was a scuffle between R. Kelly and Jay-Z's bodyguard or somebody. I think this is a story, don't quote me. But then they asked Jay-Z about it in an interview. And his answer was, man, I wish I would have just told him, like, relax. Like, seriously. It's like, I keep trying to tell you, don't worry about what the Joneses got. Stop trying to keep up with the Kardashians. They not you. Y'all running your own race. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It takes time to acquire things. It takes time to refine yourself. It takes time to understand your mistakes and learn the lessons. Stop trying to rush your process. Trust your process and relax. Because I want you to be out here planting good seeds, great seeds, amazing seeds, so that you reap those rewards. You get the desires of your heart. But you gotta relax, Sunnies. I'm telling y'all gotta just chill. It's so much pressure. Under pressure. What is the pressure? Tell me why you feel like you gotta apply pressure. Why you applying pressure to God? How you gonna pressure God? Make that make sense. Because God gonna give me what I... No, you can't apply pressure to God. You can't... That's not how life works, baby. You cannot apply pressure to God. God said, I don't care how many times you ask me. You already asked me one time. Just trust me. I know. I get like that too, y'all. I think women are like this. I feel like men... Well, I'm not gonna say all, but I feel like a majority of men have this kind of thing conquered, like where women constantly like need a confirmation, and men are just kind of like, okay, I know it's gonna happen, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But I think for women, it's like when you don't see it, right, in the physical, it's just like, when is it coming? When is it coming? Like, it's like that anxious spirit. But relax, it's coming. It's on its way, it's en route. But this is the time for you to change. This is the time for you to figure out how you're going to do better moving forward. This is the time to say, you know what? I ain't like how my dad and my brothers and blase splee was out here scamming and conning people and fake lawsuits and whatever else they was doing, right? And change that. Switch the narrative. You know, it's so funny. It's like people want to control the narrative. You don't have to control the narrative when you're living right. You don't have to control the narrative when you living right. Because you already know who you are. You got to control the narrative when you living wrong, when you doing wrong. That's why you got to control the narrative. So instead of controlling the narrative, how about you change the dynamics of the situation? How about you flip the script? Not flip the script on somebody else, but how about you take what you saw and change it for the better? Don't continue the same stuff. I'm not going to get involved with that. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, however y'all want to do it, that's on y'all. But don't keep me out of that because I work too hard to get to where I'm at. No. No. Don't control the narrative. Change the story. You heard what I said? Don't control the narrative through lies and manipulation and gaslight. No, don't control the narrative. Change the story. Change who you are to change the story. Change the outcome. And relax. God keep telling me to tell y'all that. Somebody's anxious. Relax. Let's look at our Bible verse. We're looking at Isaiah 61, verse 1 through 3. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of the vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil for joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. God is going to give you beauty for your ashes, oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. You walking around with all those burdens because this is how you saw it. And the quick stuff. This is easy. This is fast money. Fast money. People say fast money, fast life. That don't get you nowhere. Fast money goes fast. The spirit of heaviness, that they might call trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. What kind of seeds you planting? What you want your trees to look like? You want money trees? What you got, drug trees? What kind of trees you got? You got fruit trees? Is there blood on your leaves? You got to figure it out, Sunnies. Stop trying to control the narrative. Instead of controlling the narrative, change the story. To change the story, you have to change. Because trust me, you get what you give. Let's look at blessings. Way up, I feel blessed. I'm going to read a little bit of Big Sean's. Look, I live the life I deserve. Blessed. Fuck a vacay, I feel better at work. I mean, whatever it's worth, I give whatever I'm worth. For my niggas who going to hell and back for me, I'm going to give them heaven on earth. Or a hell of a check, yeah, whichever come first. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Look at my life, man. That's lessons on lessons on lessons. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Look at my life, man. That's lessons on lessons on lessons. Why you don't want to learn your lesson? See, this is the thing. When you don't learn your lesson, you're going to keep getting the same kind of people doing the same thing until you learn, until you change. And like you keep meeting the same kind of people and you trying to control the narrative. No, babe, you got to change the story. I want to go to Drake's part. Like I ain't gonna say that we back for or nothing, because that implies that we're back from something. If we're back from something, that's some checks you owe us. I expect that payment unless I'm over. I don't need them favors that you asked me for. I give two fucks about where the Grammys go. I just gave out Grammys on my Instagram. Them OVO boys, that's business, man. It is what it is. Trust me, you get what you give. Yeah. You got to come to my side and see how we live. Yeah. I cannot see heaven being much better than this. Yeah. Blessings on blessings for me and my niggas from the six. Look at what we did. Okay. I think heaven's going to be a lot better. I have to disagree with Jake on that. But you get what you give. Like, think about the situations that you experienced as a child and as a teenager, right? In your 20s and wherever you're at. If you're in your 20s still, okay, like you still learning, you still got some lessons. Like, it's okay. You just, go with the flow of life and just listen to your moral compass and talk to God and, trust your intuition. But if you're like me, you're a millennial, you're not a Gen Z, you your 20s, and like your 20s was like your time where, or your season where, for a lot of people, not most people, you finding yourself. Like you in struggle mode in your 20s, like, right? Like you like trying to just get it together, because either you're in school, you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do for life, like a career, like you graduated high school, you just trying to figure your ish out in your 20s. Just trying to figure it out. When you get to your 30s and it's like, okay, I kind of got a grip on it, I think, a little. And you just, you're living life a little, right? That's where I'm still in that phase. But, y'all, there's like, when you in your 30s, or like some people mature really early, like, or even in your 20s, like if you're able to have that wisdom to look back and figure out like what happened and what transpired in your childhood and how you want to change your story for your family, then that's a beautiful thing. And you just stay on that path and you do what's right? But sometimes, like, you don't have that yet. Maybe you don't have the resources yet. Maybe you haven't done the work yet to heal. Maybe you don't even know that you need healing. Some people don't even know they need healing. That's why they're lost, because they don't even think that anything is wrong. They don't think that anything is wrong. They literally think like they are perfectly fine. They are normal. They are functioning in society. They are making money. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that you're not living right. You're living on a fast buck. You're not planting seeds of longevity. You're not planting seeds of consistency. You're like, it's kind of like, let me do this for now, and then, okay, let me go over here and do this, and then, okay, you're like, let me go over here. No, don't, like, what is it that you really want to do? All right? You know what you really want to do? Do you? If not, you need to. It's a lot that comes with just maturing and figuring out how to move forward in life. But you really gotta, I'm telling y'all, that healing work. But you have to understand, like, if you are, this is your homework assignment. I want you to think about your life. Just look at it. Just sit back. Think about the stuff that you've seen as a child, the things you experienced, the traumas, right? If you were molested, if you were abused in any kind of way, if you grew up in a verbal, abusive household, physical, mental, emotional abuse, like, because emotional abuse is real. Like Mr. Dan told me that I needed to not feel my feelings, and I was like, yeah, no, that's unhealthy, that's toxic. So if you have like, if you grew up with that mentality, that's emotional abuse. And I feel like some people are so scared to say that they experience that, but it's okay, because it is what it is. You got to accept it. You can't change the story until you accept what happened. You got to get out of denial. And you have to grieve that too. That's important. The grieving process is important. And I think people have a hard time going through the grieving process. They want to rush through. And I try to rush myself through my mother's passing, right? Rush through that grieving process. But it's like, I can't rush that. I just have to go through the emotions. And I have to figure out, like, what really is the root, why I feel like so tight and connected and codependent on her. And then I got to the root of the issue. And it helped me to relax, not worry about, like, let things go. Set healthy boundaries. Remove toxic people who, regardless if they're family or friends, whoever they are, like, remove the toxicity. So I can have, like, just peace of mind. When you have a peaceful mind, peaceful mindset, oh my gosh. That's something that money can buy. Because you cannot buy peace. Money makes you comfortable. It does not make you happy. Peace makes you happy. Joy. It gives you happiness. That doesn't come with money. So check what you need to do moving forward. Like, figure out what happened. Grieve it. It's going to take some time. But understand that it is okay. You are not the only person that experienced any of that. There are support groups. There's people out there who want to hear your story. There are people who want to connect with you. And there are people who want to help you move forward. But the first step is admitting what the problem is. Because when you see wrong, you do wrong. When you see right, you do right. Don't let wrong block your blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. All right? Sunny vibes, y'all. All right. See, be a being light in your community. Spread love, light, and positivity. Pay it forward with a random act of kindness. Be humble. Be grateful. Relax. I can't say that enough. Take care, y'all. I love you, Sunnies. Like, I really do. I really want y'all to heal. I want you to just do the work. I know it's hard and you want the easy way out. When you want the easy way out, that's because you're used to that fast lifestyle. But it's not going to be easy for longevity. All right? You guys take care, and I will see you the next time.